speed advantage, stick and move. And meanwhile,
right.
Matthysse's already knocked him down.
He's out.
And out. You wanted a faster start, Mamma Mia. You have it. What did we say about kicking off the year with a...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 26 seconds in round number 1. He is the winner by way of knockout and still the WBC interim super lightweight world champion, Lucas Matthysse.
What's up, you fucking peasants? This is Bloodstain Lane, aka Zangief spinning pile drive. You bitch, because you just squirted over the new comforter I just bought at Target. And I'm here. My cheesemo levels are on some 1985 Bobby Knight throw a chair at you.
Free throw shooter will have the honors shooting the technicals. Looky here. Bobby Knight just threw his chair clear across
Type shit, just because I'm not feeling your fucking aura. In this video right here, we're going to talk a little combat sports, namely the Lucas Matthysse, Mike Dallas Jr. fight that took place last night on Showtime, and the UFC on Fox 6 card that took place yesterday. And what can I say about Lucas Matthysse? I've been talking about this guy for a while now. I mean, this guy is a fucking fighting warlord, a juggernaut. You can't hurt him. He doesn't get tired, and he has prime Mike Tyson level punching power as a junior welterweight, mind you, okay? 33-2 with 31 knockouts, but let's not get it fucked up. My man is really 35-0 because he was blatantly fucking robbed against Zab Judah and Devin Alexander. I mean, this guy's incredible. 20 knockdowns in his last 9 fights. I don't think there's been a boxer oozing this much machismo since fucking Roberto Duran. And he's definitely, by far, the hardest puncher at junior welterweight since the legendary Costa Zoo.
See Ecto-Cooler. Slimer's new fruit drink. You've been warned. Wow.
I mean, the way Lucas Matthysse put Mike Dallas Jr. out of commission last night was absolutely fucking jaw-dropping. He timed Mike's left jab, pulled back his right hand, and harpooned it right through fucking Mike Dallas Jr.'s fucking face. And
We'll see it again. Paulie's a very short punch. Yeah, short counter right hand. It seemed like that was the only shot that landed.
Like Mike Dallas Jr. was fucking assassinated by somebody up in the fucking rafters the way he fucking went down. Very, very, very violent. Okay? And let's not get it twisted. Mike Dallas Jr. is not a world-class champion boxer, but the way Matthysse is cutting through his opponents is something special. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. I mean, this guy is a fucking monster. I mean, he truly looks like an indestructible machine at this fucking point. Hence why he won my 2012 Man of Steel award on my Combat Awards show. I mean, unbelievable performance. First round fucking knockout. And like I said, the way he is just destroying his opponents is very, very reminiscent of that 80s Mike Tyson. And with that knockout last night, let's be real. Danny Garcia, who was ranked, number 1 by most boxing journalists as the number 1 junior welterweight in the world. In my opinion, he's not. In my opinion, it is Lucas Matthysse. Danny Garcia is not chomping at the bits to fight Lucas Matthysse. Let's not get that fucked up, okay? And if they ever do fucking fight, Angel Garcia is going to be scraping his fucking son off the mat because I just personally see Lucas Matthysse running through fucking Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is a good fighter, heavy-handed, but this guy Matthysse, he eats fucking punches for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, like I said, Lucas Matthysse, in my opinion, the number 1 junior welterweight in the world. And if we don't see him fight the winner of Danny Garcia, Zab Judah, I would, come on. Brandon Rios versus Lucas Matthysse, that's a fucking classic in the making right there. I would love to see that fight. Amir Khan would get his fucking jaw fucking shattered. Let's be real, 96-piece puzzle draw if he ever fights Lucas Matthysse. And I even think Lucas Matthysse can move up to 147 and beat everybody there. That's how special I think Lucas Matthysse is as a fighter.
Your shoelace is untied.
Overall, very, very good night for Showtime. Jesus Soto Caras, He looked very good in his fight last night, puts him back in the hunt at 154. And a very, very amazing display of the sweet science by the big junior middleweight prospect, Jermell Charlo. He improves to 19-0 with an 8th round TKO over Joe Yorgi last night. So a very, very good night of fight from the boxing world.
Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
Over in the MMA world, we had the UFC on Fox 6 card, and I will start by saying this. Only in the UFC can you win a fight by not actually fighting, which is what we saw in the Clay Guida-Hatsuyoki fight last night. You know, this guy's name is the Carpenter. His name should really be the fucking Carpet, because that's all he wants to do is lay down on you motherfuckers like a carpet. Okay, looking like a cheesy 1970s fucking porn star jerk job last night. And, you know, like I said, listen, I don't hate wrestling. Wrestling is a very, very skillful, important part of MMA, okay? That being said, it's mixed martial arts in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So now, do I feel you should definitely get rewarded and points scored for a takedown? Yes, it's a calculated, it's a move, and it takes technique to land a takedown, okay? But that's, once you get the takedown, that's all you should get credit for is the takedown. What you do from that point on should also be scored. So if you're just laying on a guy and not doing anything, you should not get any points for that. Especially if the guy, Hatsuyoki, who's on the bottom, is trying to end the fight by throwing submission attempts, but she almost scored a couple, and also beating you up with the hands from the bottom. I mean, Hyoki did more from the bottom damage-wise than Clay Guida did on top. So therefore, Clay Guida should get the points for getting the takedown, but once it hit the ground, Hatsuyoki did more on the ground with the submission attempts and the strikes. So Hatsuyoki wins, in my opinion, won that fucking fight. He did more damage from the bottom than Clay Guida did on top. And like I said, you get points for getting the takedown, but that's fucking it. And even though when it was on the fight was on the feet, Hatsuyoki won the fight on the feet. So just more disgusting. These fucking judges don't know how to judge a fucking fight. All right, and this is why I'm getting tired of the UFC and tired of MMA in general. Yes, you get points for takedowns, but do something with your fucking takedowns. It's not wrestling. It's MMA, mixed martial arts. If it was wrestling, you want to hold the guy down, yeah, you get points for that. But this is MMA, okay? And the guy who does the most damage, even if he's on his back, should win the fucking fight. Going into the Anthony Pettis Donald Cowboy Cerrone fight. What can I say about Pettis? I was never really on the Pettis bandwagon up in, you know, a very dynamic fighter, but last night he won me over. I mean, this motherfucker's throwing flying knees off of fucking cages and throwing liver kicks that would make fucking Giorgio Petrosian fucking proud. Absolutely decimated Cowboy Cerrone last night. So big performance from Anthony Pettis. Definitely won me over.
Name's Ash. Housewares.
And let's talk about the Glover Teixeira Rampage Jackson fight. Now, I was never really big on Glover Teixeira. I think he's a good fighter, but he's definitely overhyped by most of these UFC fans. And like I said, he's a good fighter, but he's not an elite fighter. And it showed against Rampage for his first really legit fight on Rampage. And let's be real, Rampage hasn't been the same Rampage. He does his heart. I don't think it's in MMA like it used to be. And he still kind of like, you know, didn't look that impressive against an old, unmotivated Rampage. And he doesn't have world-class stand-up skills, doesn't have world-class takedowns. He's just a tough, scrappy guy, which is going to get him some wins in the UFC, but not against the elite-level guys like John Jones for sure, Lyoto Machida, Rashad Evans, Gustafsson, Gagal Masasi, Shogun Hua. I don't think that he could beat those guys, really. But he will get some wins just based on the fact that he's just a tough, scrappy, good chin guy, you know, but he's not an elite fighter in my opinion, you know. So, like I said, I was never really big on Glover Teixeira, and even after that fight, I'm still not that big on him. As far as Rampage Jackson, salute to Rampage Jackson, Pride FC legend, MMA legend, went out on his shield last night, throwing fucking bombs, putting on an entertaining fucking fight. Goes to show you how scumbaggish the UFC could be by not giving him a fucking farewell interview. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking real low-life, low-class bullshit. You know, a guy who put his fucking heart and soul into that fucking cage and gave people entertaining fights. You don't give him a fucking going-away interview? That's fucking garbage, man. Pure garbage move by the UFC.
Lady, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
As far as the Mighty Mouse Dodson fight, you know, listen, I'm not really a big fan of the flyweight fights. Every time I watch these fights, all I can think about is me putting my hand on their head and them just trying to swing at me because their arms are so short, and you know. But that being said, they are very skilled, talented fighters with a lot of technique. Mighty Mouse outworked Dodson to a decision victory. Good fight. Like I said, not really too crazy about the flyweight division in general. But like I said, good fight. Overall, good night for the UFC. Some good fights. But like I said, the decision with Clay Guida and Hioki, garbage. Not giving Rampage a farewell interview, garbage. Okay? And that's all I got to say about last night's fights. Bloodstain Lane, respect the fucking shooter. 187 on you fucking 666s, and I'm out of here.
Dear Mr. Vernon, we accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Saturday in detention for whatever it was we did wrong. But we think you're crazy to make us write an essay telling you who we think we are. And you see us as you want to see us. In the simplest terms, with the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each one of us is a brain and an athlete
and a basket case, a princess,
and a criminal. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
Don't